Namaste and crystal blessings to my earthly, celestial, and elemental soul tribe in this realm and beyond. Nikki is back by the creek, and you can see it's a winter wonderland. And yes, it's beautiful. I cannot stand the chill, but yes, it's a magical. You can see my eyes. Yes, it's totally magical here. And it's about 4 or 5 degrees Celsius. So I got my gloves on. I don't know if okay. As you can see, it's been quite not really snowstorm, but heavy snowfall this last 2 days. So like I posted, I just felt like I went to sleep one autumn and woke up to winter. So yes, this is a winter autumn for us in October, and leading towards this beautiful Samhain and full moon coming up on the 31st of October. It's like another 10 days. So yes, and I would like to do a little reading for us, a little guidance from this beautiful Earth Magic by Stephen D. Farmer. So yes, I need to keep readjusting. I can't see my eyes. So let's see if I can do the shuffling without my gloves, because I can't do that with gloves on, but it's freezing. So we'll ask these beautiful elementals in this beautiful creek, a beautiful elemental family, and the elements and the vibration of snow and icicles and snowflakes and everything that is preparing us for the phenomenal winter solstice coming up in December 21st this year. So and yeah, shared this beautiful deck a few days ago. Like I said, it's been there for the last 10 years. I just discovered it, so we'll ask beautiful guides, higher selves, source energy, great spirit, spirits of the elements and elemental to be with us today by the creek, a beautiful water element, water being, whoops, 3 cards that flew. Okay, so we'll read the 3 cards then. Okay, I'll put this back. Need to put on my gloves again. Get to the box. And a little sniffle buster, much needed at this temperate. So I can get my, you can see my face, yes. Let's get, I want to do a gentle shuffle so I can pick the cards, as usual, but yes, as always, jumping jacks. So we have beautiful 3 cards today. So this is the end week by the creek. We can reflect upon these beautiful messages for today, for the weekend and the coming weeks, and how we can apply this in our everyday life. Okay, nothing is set in a constructive timeline. So we have love for compassion, spring equinox for rebirth, where yes, our southern family is celebrating that now spring, and it's supposed to be more autumn here, but it's winter. And the last card we jumped out is preparing us for the coming spectacular full moon. So, and let's read the love. We all need some love now. Not some love, really The whole world needs lots and lots of love, okay? Unconditional love. If we can put out, when we meditate, for those who, do regular meditation, going inwards, invocation and introspection, don't forget to put out love, because it's much needed now. Our earth, our beautiful earth mama, Gaia, the living beings, so the fauna and flora, and us, the humans. So let's see, card for love. Okay, love, compassion. In this beautiful image, we see hands reaching out toward each other through a heart. Okay, this is the image of the card. The green field surrounding them is the color of the fourth, or heart chakra. It's when we feel love in our heart center that we not only naturally emit the healing energy of compassion, but we also attract love and compassion. Studies by the Heart Math Institute reveal that the electrical signals from the heart are up to 60 times stronger than the brain's. Okay, and the magnetic field is much as 5,000 times more powerful. This space here, okay, our heart chakra. It's given that our thinking patterns affect our feelings and in turn our reality, but we put out whether it's love, fear, empathy, sadness, and so forth. So it contains an incredible amount of power to shape and influence our reality. When the focus of our attention and intention is love and compassion, we recognize separation between self and other. All wounds stem from the illusion of separation from source. Okay, you may call it our creator, God, the grand, that's how I say it, the most powerful of all energy there is, the source energy. Oh, my nose is really sniffle in this. So separation from source, okay, and all of creation. The route to healing this wound is through cultivating love and compassion for every being on this planet, including yourself. Not a bland standard of unquestioned acceptance, but a heartfelt sense of profound relatedness to whatever you perceive as part of from yourself. True compassion requires not only the feeling of warmth that emanates when you are in touch with your heart center, but in acts of kindness, even if this simply means being a fully attentive listener. Respect the fact that your heart is a giver, putting out electrical energy, and a receiver drawing in magnetic energy, okay? So as we know, our earth realm, our beautiful earth realm is electromagnetic, it's electric and magnetism, okay? We are electric. So if we can measure it on a daily basis, that's what we are electrical current itself, okay? So these energies are best sensed by attending to the steady flow of your breathing, while also noticing your heart area. Righteousness, fear, anger, and judgment are some common ways to block your natural desire to love. So forgiveness is not only letting go of judgment, but also seeing through the illusion that you and all that is are separate. Look about you and inside of you and do your best to love whatever you see, okay? So the illusion of separateness comes when we are disconnected from this space, okay, our heart chakra. So, and then I go quickly to the other card because it's and we'll read about spring equinox, rebirth. Okay, the new earth is here. Okay, she's not like coming, we have to look forward and all that. She's already here, concurrently living. Okay, it's like the allegory is like you're taking a glass, you know, a totally transparent glass, and you put a beautiful, you know, you can decorate whatever crystals, or you know, make a miniature fantasy land, you know, and you put the glass over it. Okay, and imagine that you are inside the glass in the fantasy land, and there's a glass, and you can see the world around you, which is the world now. So it is just like that. The allegory is we are already living it. We are on a different timeline, separated by dimensions, okay, because of the frequencies. A lot of low frequencies are being manufactured inorganically, so that, you know, we cannot see that, but it's already here. We just need to tap into that energetic field, okay, the new earth. So the spring equinox, okay, it's rebirth. The rebirth is coming 21st of December 2020. So the spring equinox, also called the vernal equinox, occurs on March 20 or 21 in the northern hemisphere and September 20 or 21 in the southern hemisphere. This is the point when the sun crosses the plane of the equator, and day and night are the same length across the plane of our earth. And our earth mother is pregnant and is birthing once again. Crops can once again be planted. This card features a rendition of Ostara, sometimes spelled Oester or Aster. They call it Oestra, I think, or Aster, a Germanic goddess of spring. Ostara is a northern European name for Astarte, which means womb. So and is another name for Venus, the goddess of love, passion, and creativity. And our first card is love. So it is all, you know, these three cards actually kind of flows together with the energy that is coming up for us. So the Christian holiday of Easter stems from this goddess. Okay, it's a pagan, where they call it pagan, you know, which our ancestors actually celebrated it when they connected to nature. Okay, all they had was them and nature. Okay, them and earth, our beautiful earth, with her seasons, with her plants that changes, you know, according to seasons, and different life beings, life forms that you see, different animals that pops up, you know, different seasons, you know. So this is how it was celebrated, where it is called, labeled pagan. And you know, these were we have to revisit our ancestors, how they have connected themselves so immensely with these energies. So in this card we see some archetypal symbols of the spring equinox that represent the rebirth of the world, such as rabbits, eggs, and flowers. It is indeed a time for renewal. So this card is telling us, okay, for me, I'm looking forward this phenomenal day that's coming up for us in winter, the winter solstice. So it is a rebirth for all of us, every living being in this realm. So you thought this passage you have been through you thought this passage you have been through would never end. Just as certain that the light of the world fades every few months, it makes its return, and the earth rejoices. The fresh breath of spring sweeps away the cobwebs acquired from the absence of the light. The light is now obviously increasing as nature begins to emerge in all her many forms, shapes, and colors, and reminds us of the continual cycle of Earth Mother. This cycle of rebirth you are experiencing follows a considerably challenging time. Any tears you may have shed have cleared the way for what has been gestating, which is now ripe and ready to emerge. That which no longer serves you needs to be put to rest, so that a freshness and newness of spirit can make itself known to you. Sometimes birth can be painful, particularly in that passage just before delivery, going through this birth canal, like you said, okay? We all have gone through that, especially not from this modernization version of the C-section, but we who have gone through our birth canal in the wombs of our mother, we all have gone through that pain before we see light. That is the process of birth, which allegorically used for anything that is being rebirthed. Now look at the world, look at the chaos, look at that, everything that's been put out, whether it's happening organically, natural disasters by, our earth cleansing itself, or inorganically by the system. In both ways, we have to go through a pain, a birth canal before this rebirth, this magnificent rebirth that is coming up for us. So that which no longer serves you need to be put out to rest, so that a freshness and newness of spirit can make itself known to you. We have to go through this cleansing, okay? It's mind, body, spirit, soul, everything is a package before we can journey with our new earth, with our new Mama Gaia and her vibration. So be with the emergence of this next cycle with faith and grace, okay? We need a lot of faith right now that everything will be okay, but we have to create that reality. We have to get into that, like I said, that dimension or the energetic grid of that new earth. Okay, we need to embrace it. And the final card, our powerful full moon, which is completion. Me and my nose, like I said, you cannot. The other day I posted, it was like about 4 degrees. It was before it started snowing, and then I could hear the ice cream van. It's like 4 degrees Celsius ice cream van. Yes, Scandinavian eat ice cream in the snow. In the equatorial, we don't even eat ice cream during rainy days. There's only about 28-29 degrees Celsius, so you can imagine. I actually miss the sunshine and the warmth of 30 to 35 degrees, so I miss it, yes, but I have no complaints. I am so grateful. Every day I count my blessing that I'm here. Where is the full moon? Am I not getting my alphabets right? My hands. Oh, here's it. Okay, it's completion. So every 29.5 days, Grandmother Moon shines bright and full in the sky, illuminating this landscape, and her muted brilliance casting a delicate canopy over the sky and the physical features of Earth. Having gradually edged her way over the last 2 weeks to fullness, she now stands like a guiding beacon in the night. She has completed this round of her perpetual and periodic monthly journey, and will now start her slow but steady retreat into shadow. In this card, we see the grandeur of the moon as its peak, blazing brightly and creating a silhouette of a tree. This beautiful orb reminds us that the cycles have their time of completion and fulfillment, one that will inevitably be followed by a decrease until yet another cycle is initiated. Okay, it's not just full moon, we have a super full moon that's coming up. Not really super in the sense, like, yes, it is quite powerful having 2 full moons, like they call that the blue moon. 2 full moons in a month, the beginning and the end. Powerful energies indeed. And you can now take pleasure in knowing that whatever you have been working towards has now reached its culmination. It may have been a relatively brief cycle or a much more extensive one, yet regardless of the length of time, you may have arrived at the stage of completion. Let yourself feel the contentment and satisfaction of this accomplishment. It is like when you take a deep breath and reach the point where your lungs are pleasantly full and your body is ready to release that breath. It is important to not only enjoy this completion, but also to let go and allow yourself to relax afterward, just like exhaling slowly and consciously. People are much too eager to rush to the next item on the agenda without giving proper time and space to appreciating and honoring the natural cycle of release that follows a point of resolution. Give yourself that time to relax and rest before tackling spirit's next assignment. Okay, so we need love. We need to stay in that space, the heart space. Okay, now for us and for the collective. Okay, love, compassion. And then you have the rebirth, because we are going towards a very, very narrow birth canal right now. Okay, the whole year it's been a birth canal for us, this whole 2020. So it is even more intense now. It's going to be more intense next month until the winter solstice. So we are celebrating the rebirth of not only us as humans, or the whole system of this beautiful Mother Gaia realm. Okay, it's for all, every breathing living thing, even as microscopic as an amoeba or amoeba, you call that. So yes, and the full moon, the completion. So with love, we're going through the pain to celebrate the rebirth of our new earth, and we are going to that completion cycle. All right, how appropriate this beautiful earth magic deck. So I hope you enjoyed this little divination by the creek in the chilly winter energy that we are experiencing now in autumn in central Sweden. So lots of love as always. Thank you for joining with me. Namaste and in Lakesh. Blessed be. Thank you.